current, okay, what's y'all take on rap music now? Do y'all think it's for the benefit of black people, or do you think it's the detriment to black people?
That's a tough one.
I would like to start with, you said it's tough? Sure, I'll start it off. Me personally, I think that black music at this point, rap music, things of that nature, it definitely is. Gangster rap, they're telling you, they're going to use your lyrics, people still self-snitching, they're allowing you to create virtual ops. Like, you know how many times I heard this nigga Braylon song?
Virtual?
Yeah, virtual ops. Like, you like, oh, I'm about to go to war with somebody over a keyboard in the comment section because he don't like this nigga music. Like, bro, what the fuck? Now it's like, oh, it's up when I see you. Like, this is a virtual op because you know you're never going to see him. Anyway, you know how many times I've listened to one of Braylon's songs, not to throw you in the mix, but you kind of got street music and shit. So I listen to it, and now all of a sudden I get amped up. And I get the clutching. Y'all, I'm turning myself into a jumper. I ain't on camera with it, but I'm in here like, nigga, with the, like, ready. What? And also, I'm not thinking of harming nobody but somebody that looks like me, to be honest. Facts. I'm thinking about harming a nigga. I'm not thinking about going in on Zimmerman or somebody who did something to us. I'm thinking about harming somebody that looks like me. And even in the verbiage and the rhetoric, you'll talk about niggas' baby moms. Like, you talking about fucking a nigga that he created a whole life with, taking a nigga bitch that he cool with, that he's just because she want to give you some pussy. If there's certain things that within the music it prompts you to do, and it's cool. But to me personally, it's a detriment to us. Because until you get over that, once you get older, you're gonna look at it differently. Like,
I can agree to that.
Imagine your daughter has a boyfriend and you tight with him, and then he bring his friend over and you hear the friend talking about, I want to steal his bitch, like type shit. You'd be like, that would make you look at the situation. But if it's the culture, if that's what they allow, and that's what's in the music, and nobody is saying nothing, then that's fucked up to me.
Yeah, I feel like right now, hip hop's current state ain't doing nothing but bringing our people down. Like. Mm-hmm. They made it cool for.
It's been like that for a little while.
It's been like that for a while, but I mean, you listen to rap music now. When we was 10 years old, compared to these 10-year-olds now it's cool to wear a shiesty mask and carry a Glock,
drink lean and do shit. They was talking about real shit, weed. Fucking
alcohol. At the same time, Los, you know this is a fact.
You said what now, Los?
The music of our era, they wasn't rapping about doing drugs, nigga. They was rapping about
having a good time,
having to sell them to get out of the situation that they was in.
Yep.
You feel me? And not wanting to resort to that, but having to. And you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. Let's do all of them to the face, like.
Yeah, not to get to a better place. That's a fact. So yeah, it got distorted somewhere.
You got the mic in
your
Yeah, my bad.
It's just times have changed, for sure. And one thing I honestly, like, I grew up listening to rap my whole life, but it's one of the things here recently, in the past year or two, that slipped away from me. You know, I found myself, all I listen to is Spanish music.
Or podcasts, or vocals, or things that don't have to do with that.
That shit just really completely slipped away from me in the past. And when you find, like, well, I grew up listening to traditional music, like Haitian music. My mother listened to a lot of French music, like, and then you'll find that a lot of other music has more meaning than just
sexual or violence.
Than just bubble gum is what my father was on. Bubble gum bullshit.
Shout out to the big No cap though. I definitely do agree. Los.
Man, this is
it'd be a different story if you was rapping, like, telling black people their history, you know what I mean? Telling us where we came from and who we are and
how to be better. Some of y'all making niggas pay for courses. Some of y'all making people pay for courses to get them out of a situation when you can literally do it within the music, or do it at a meet and greet, or do it with people. You can pick the most people that there's analytics to this shit. You can literally pinpoint accounts that like your shit the most, or certain different graphics that you can go to. Like, if your shit is most heard in Ohio, you can go to the people in Ohio that listen to your music the most, and then go there and make a change. You can go out there and pay for 10 people's college. It don't matter if it was just 15 racks. You go out here and spend that shit on a chain or on a big ass band or a big ass bracelet that make you look like He-Man or whatever the fuck.
But it's kind of like, remember what we used to say? They pick niggas for this.
They do. You're right.
You know?
You're right.
They pick niggas for that
They
shit.
pick the niggas that ain't gonna look back and hold their hand up. And then, even when
you know what's the scariest thing? A nigga with no dignity. A nigga that will do anything.
Morals, and they kind of.
A nigga that will do anything
for that almighty
dollar. Or to have.
Or for status. Sometimes it don't even be. It be for clout and status. Like you don't even be getting paid. You see what's the name is doing?
They can see that.
You're not getting paid to take them pictures and to look like that and to write them damn captions.
Or words, or some weird shit like that.
But he got them.
I'm just saying, they pick niggas for that.
He just want the stats to be like, oh, I'm standing next to him. Do more work. Like
that nigga didn't get picked.
No, but no. He's submitting his application to like, yo, I can do this and I get paid this. So they might lowball him to keep doing what he's doing at a higher scale. He think he's doing something. Give him a car that's leased, give him an apartment that's leased, and now you standing up here. What you think he gonna do with that? Thinking we done made it, we done brought this together, blah blah blah. Don't got no content.
You can sell anything to the internet today.
Anything. You can sell yourself to the internet today. That's what these motherfuckers is doing. Even these females out here. Have you ever seen a girl struggle OnlyFans? Like I'm talking about you. Like she is smacked, and she got a link in her bio for OnlyFans. Ain't nothing sitting. She ain't even try to go get no cosmetic surgery. She ain't try to get no LLBs. She ain't try to get none of that. I said LLBs.
Need it. I'm about to say that's new.
Oh no, she needed. What happened?
Ash jumped on.
Oh, where?
AJ Curtis.
AJ Curtis. Who is that?
Ash.
Who is that?
Ashley.
AJ Curtis?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. This looks like a nigga right there.
No.
Anyways, my bad. I'm saying as far as
plug that charger on the phone.
For society.
What's up, my man? What's that sushi?
For society to be in the place it is now, for black people individually, me personally, I'm not bad, Losa, but I mean, I'm going on.
No, you could finish what you're saying.
Like, for y'all to literally still be engaged in these negative ass activities, it's hard for me not to see it. And I see the kids wanting to imitate the bullshit. They don't even know the difference of what it used to be like back then. They don't understand the coochie raps or the feel good raps
to make you have changed.
Yeah. There's so much shit that made you want to actually go do shit, to go work out, to go motherfucking be a better version of yourself, to go invest, to go actually have a family, not just to fuck a bunch of hoes and be with a bunch of, random ass girls and cash out and get Bentleys and all that. Yeah. That should be a representation of your current success or what you are striving to be better. There's people that are striving to get Bentleys, not to get the finances to get the Bentley, but just to get the Bentley.
What's so crazy is
they don't even know $1,200 change oil.
It's an influx of information. Like everybody has access to it. You know what I mean? So the fact that we not commonly speaking on things to each other, like that can uplift our brothers and or like teaching each other like financial, like how to keep the money in the community. Like we could, we have to as so-called black people, we have the biggest spending power in the country and almost the world. The way we spend our money, like we make literally nations of people, the richest nations of people in the world.
You can't name one civilization that was ever started building that was able to maintain, sustain, and be able to thrive without the original origins being black individuals. Whether they had to be brought over by slavery or just actually was any country, any civilization since the dawn of time. Black people had an influence on creating the infrastructure, and I guarantee
facts.
You can't fact.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
facts.
And to me, the fact that we don't know that, we still. Give y'all an example. The things that y'all see on TikTok.
The Bible was written about.
The things that y'all see on TikTok about black people, they being silly, doing prank videos and shit. Go to China. They ban you from TikTok for making prank videos. They want the shit that we see on TikTok where people are teaching people shit. You be like, oh, I've never seen this before. This I only seen it on TikTok. That's the only type of shit they allow over there. They ban people for the stupid shit that we laugh at. We ban people for giving us
because that shit is dangerous. Turn your fucking brain into mashed potatoes.
But no, over here we cool with people doing pranks and doing silly shit and but we ban people that's giving us insight on intellectual shit. If you look at the time at this point, at this angle, and you learn about doing this and that,
once you get deeper and deeper, once you get deeper and deeper into that insight, you will realize who you are. Mm-hmm. You will realize that you have the true power, and that you are not to be controlled because the power, the blessings, and everything was given to you, and then there wouldn't be no You feel me? It wouldn't be. Another nation wouldn't be able to rule you. Wouldn't be able to extort you.
So let me ask you a question. We don't going back and forth. Do you think that they are literally putting things in front of us to distract us from?
Absolutely. I think as descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, I think that our true identity is the greatest kept secret. Is the world's greatest kept secret. Our true identity. Why you think would they tell us we black, we African American, we colored? Every couple years that changes, but that
we had to fight that every.
But listen still though. Do it go back to a land? Do it go back to a language? Do it go back to a people? Like when you was in school, just like when I was in school, you know what I mean. And the Midwest schools may be different than the East Coast schools. They may be the same, but they told us that our great grandpappies were slaves.
Yeah.
And you looking at the kids next to you, and they the white kids is identifying with kings and queens and royalty.
Yes.
Royalty. Like and they're looking at well you were slaves. Your people were slaves. Like we just popped up on the earth in the 1600s to be slaves in America. But where is your true history? Why are we told? You know what I mean? Why are we pointed to a continent and not a country or a region where we was actually taken from? Why are we not told who was really taken from this region of people? Why are we not told? You know what I mean? Is reason to that. Why? You know what I mean? This reason it goes deep.
Mm-hmm. And I want to ask you another follow-up. Okay, so then with that being said, if you were a person that really wanted to get more in depth of the potential history, I'm answering the question. You said we really called Moors. Moors was a way. We're not Moors.
We're not Moors.
No, we're definitely not
Moors was a way that the Indians. Moor just means black. And so in the period of time the Indians enslaved, they took Hebrews and they enslaved them and made them fight wars for them. They would identify them as Moors.
Look up the origins of April Fool's Day and how Elizabeth Ferdinand collaborated with the Moors in Morocco. You know, look that up. Look at what the Moors set up, and then you'll kind of probably pivot a little bit when you get a little bit more deeper, because you might be confusing Moors with other things like that are actually people that were here for us that's not selling people out. Anyway, I'm asking you, so if you were a person that wanted to go up in scholastics and knowledge and things of that nature, and you, let's say, you were a 4.0 student all throughout high school, and
which I wasn't. Let's get that straight.
No. Let's say you.
I mean, I had to read. Because I had to read. I had to read on my own. I had to do my own due diligence to, you know what I mean, to come to the point where I'm at.
Right.
Like,
so now let's say
it didn't always come easy.
So I'm not speaking about you personally. I'm saying, so let's say a person. Okay, I'll just put it like this: a person that wanted to do better scholastically. They had a 4.0 their whole life, and now they want to, find out who they are. And now they're going to these prestigious either HBCUs or PWIs, and they're trying to obtain knowledge, but they're still coming from these books that these institutions are provided to them.
Right, I'll say you. But
they're
you also
only
have to
going to know
remember
a
that
certain level.
They're going to be still indoctrinated to what was in the books. So back to what I said, when we was growing in the school systems, and we was taught that our origin come from slaves. That's because the history that was being taught to us was being taught for somebody who wants us to believe that we're no more powerful to be nothing more than a slave. But let me tell you something. There was no other nation on the face of this earth that could have withstand what we went through for 400 to 800 years. Mm-hmm. And I say 400 to 800 because take into account the transatlantic slave trade continued to Central, South America and the Caribbean longer than it did up here.
Even in the Egyptian within the 5th century, back when Egypt was
Hebrews, and even if you want to talk about that, because that opens up a whole nother pot of beans. Because if you want to say that we are, which and that's that's where I stand. We are. If we were those people that were enslaved in Egypt, then that would in fact mean that we would have had to been the Hebrews.
Oh, okay, cool. One second. Damn, they say they're literally throwing away books that were made by black authors, so history won't be told.
Yeah, well, they've been doing that since the beginning of time. When the white man busted in Timbuktu, he took everything, burnt everything down.
God damn it. Who said boo? Oh, she ain't said boo.
Not that tight.
That's.
You should have said I need more hands, so I can get y'all 4 thumbs down. God damn it! What you want me to talk about? The city girls reparations? God damn it! They need their wigs paid for. Who is Ree? Ree Craig.
That's Shorty.
Oh shit. My fault. But,
that's me.
But damn, my bad. I'm glad you in the chat. Shout out to Riri. I'm sorry. Let me drop a bomb for you. I was about to go.
You about to talk shit. I'm fucking with y'all.
But no, that's some real shit though. Food for thought. You know, everything isn't what you think it or what it is. It could be an illusion, or it could be right in front of you, and they're just putting shit so you can't see it. It could be right in front of you.
Yeah, but you've been given all the tools. All you gotta do is.
Yeah. That's
you know
why.
what I mean?
Again, I wanted to start this podcast so we can have these in-depth conversations and things of that nature with individuals. So I'm open to have conversations with somebody like an atheist, somebody that's a Mason, somebody that is
straight nigga.
Oh God. Somebody.
He said a street Christian.
Oh yeah, bring the street Christians up here too.
You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. A Christian, any walk of faith, any walk of life, as long as you have a job. I can't sit up here and talk to somebody that don't got no goddamn job. I'm sorry, because at least you gotta be working to stay alive. At least, nigga, what you working on today? Shit, I had to get a burger. I had to feed myself. Really, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm willing to have a conversation. Hopefully, you can boost yourself.
That's somebody with no emotion.
Shit, it might be somebody retired.
Yeah, I thought you was about to say retarded. I almost fell off this chair. Somebody retired, definitely, like, or a military veteran. Shout out to a homeless military veteran. I'm open to all that, to learn and to actually get. He was swimming in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
That nigga loves crazy. He said, not me, nigga. Nope. He said, all I do is cruise.
Cruise